a building light sensor. When it gets dark, they light up, and when it becomes light, they go off. In this video, we will show you how we made the figure and how we made the lamps. The base of the figure is made of waste materials, wooden sticks that we found, plastic bottles, paper and newspapers. We taped them and wrapped them with aluminum foil. We cut the steps out of a piece of old laminate flooring. We covered the figure with mounting foam, trying to be close to the desired shape. In this case, in the form of a penguin. Applied the foam sequentially in layers that dry one after the other. And we started to shape the figure by cutting the foam with a model knife. If necessary, added more foam in places. Finally, we sculpted the figure with paper mache clay prepared by us. Here is the recipe and a video how we prepare it. I turned pieces into a deep bowl. This one is very convenient. Fill it with water. I leave it for a while, about 10 minutes, to wet the paper well. I break it with the blender. It should become a nice mess of paper with no big pieces. I'm straining the paper through a strainer and not squeezing it too much. Leave it a little wet. Next thing I put in is white glue for root. It is somewhere around 450 or 500 grams. Next ingredient is 100 grams cornstarch or very fine ground powder corn flour. If I do not have one right now, I may not add, but I think that with it the clay becomes stronger when dry. Next is a little hand cream or baby oil. I put what I have at that moment. Now it is time for this construction mix for work with drywall. Why exactly this one? Because this construction mix makes the figures hard as stone, but in the same time makes the clay flexible and elastic when dry, so it doesn't crack. With the work, you will decide which product exactly to use. I put 500 grams of it. The last in this clay is the flour, white wet flour, the most ordinary. 200 grams of it will put it divided into two. The first half will mix nice inside the mixture. Second half is to finish clay kneading, like how is bread kneaded. The paper mache clay is ready. 2 kilograms were obtained from these quantities of products. I make it in a bowl and put it in a plastic bag without air. I think that the most important for the obtaining nice paper mache clay is sequence of mixing the ingredients. If you see that it starts to harden quickly, knead it again between your hands with a little white glue. This way it can stand for 2 or 3 days to work with it. Here is the recipe again, if you want to write it down. Finally, smooth the figure with a water solution of this clay. After it dried, we shape and smooth it with sandpapers. We paint it with acrylic paints in the colors we wanted. And we had almost finished it when we decided that in addition to the figure, there must be some useful function for the child, to be a night lamp. The penguin should hold two glowing orbs in his hands, which will be lighted up with a light sensor. We will install them here. Naturally, we also made these spheres from papier-mâché clay and colorless glass beads. Watch how. This is the socket for the power supply. Leveling the surfaces last. We attach the spheres to the penguin hands. This is the already installed bulb that will enter the sphere and light it up. And here is the already installed light sensor. To smooth, we apply dissolved solution of water and paper mache clay. And we paint it again. Here it is ready. And we are most happy that the penguin is already in the children's arms.